ladies and gentlemen, it is lights out and away we go for the restarted race. Matt Armstrong doesn't have any trouble getting away with this time, and it's the lead battle we wanted to see. However, Harry Senior's definitely had the better start of the pair of them. Into turn one, we go behind them. Cook and Jones getting quite close together, and well, too wide for that. Small bit of a love tap there between our 11th and 12th place starters.
Harry Cook and Chris Fraser.
They've fallen backwards.
Yeah, so he didn't get the best start. He's not been good at his starts this year. It's one thing he's going to have to learn how to do. But yeah, that was side by side, but there was millimetres between them, and they did all survive it as they're going to head up towards us here at Island Bend then. So it is Senior still
to try and make places. Of course, they don't want to see another restarted race. As soon as I say that, they immediately take umbrage and go battling.
Yeah, looked like Darren McCormack having to see whether he could make a move up, locked up his tyres, and now he's got Mark Farmer in a great qualifying position. They've got 3 wide as they try and get out with Nickelbrick. That's not going to necessarily work, but they've made it happen. So McCormack's still ahead of Farmer, and that was Cook trying to tail on and see whether he can get through. He wants to really move through quickly because the lead 2 drivers have regularly pulled away into the distance, so he knows that, and he wants to really break through this mid-pack, but the mid-pack is solid. You can see Cook there up the inside of Mark Farmer then as they're coming towards Lodge this time in the background. So Harry Senior does lead us over the top of Matt Armstrong, so pole position, just losing 1 position this time rather than the whole field. Justin Armstrong acting as defence behind him. He's battling for that.
But to a safety crisis, they identified some fluids got down the circuit, if that. But it looks like this top 10 coming back together as they head into Druids.
They will cover that under a yellow. You'll see Justin really pressuring Harry Senior to see what he can do, but I think he will just sit in the tails of his son there, just to make sure that he can act as rear defence. So there's interesting dynamics there about teamwork, we might call it, might we? Dale Head goes down the inside of Harry Cook, who is looking to quickly come across, but he's got Jones back in his machinery there, just following on behind as well.
So this top 8, not just the front 2, but also the battle for the AM lead, which is Justin Armstrong ahead of Craig Story at the moment, and Tom Eden, who really needs the AM win, wants to get a bit closer, but Craig Story right now could really be the fork between the two of them. He'll split them. But coming in towards Britain this time, no problems there for Matt Armstrong. I think more comfortable running in the draft than running outside of it. I think he's just wondering where the speed went the last lap. 2 wide a bit further back as they come over Hilltop. That is the fight for 6 that very quickly calms down. Head, Cook and Jones still together. That's going to give Justin Armstrong a bit of something to smile about. So he sees his 2 main rivals of the championship who need to beat him fighting. Well, I think he'll be thinking to himself, you know what, if they're too busy fighting each other, I'll just walk off with the win. I'll stay my championship a little bit. But at the very front here comes Matt Armstrong. It's a feint to the inside, just getting to Harry Senior's head to say to him, don't forget about me. I'm looking for a move as they come towards the end of this lap.
See how much it costs time though between the rear end of Harry Senior's car. You'll see him immediately try and see what he can do to act as interference and help Matt pull away in front. You can see how much closer they are as that move happens. They're going 107, 108 miles an hour as they go through the middle of Island Bend, and they come in there about 120 something. So they really is a really fast corner to be side by side with another driver. It really gets your attention. Matt Armstrong has got that protected as they come down then into Nickelbrick this time through.
Well, they roar the way on through there, further back that battle. It does look as though right now Harry Cook should be made to wait as somebody takes a trip across the grass. That's Dale Head then, making a bit of an excursion. I think just missing his braking point and deciding to play it safe rather than try and force the car through a corner it's not going to make. And well, we're talking about Harry Cook trying to find his way through. Of course, the problem he's got in front of him is the fact that he's got a battle for 2nd place in AM, and it really does make a huge difference where Story and Eden finish versus each other. So as far as they're concerned, Harry Cook is just some sort of interloper. Cook just wants to get clear of it, so he's got to try and pick his way past 2 drivers who will be looking more at each other than looking at him coming through. And well, there's no expectation that Pro-Ams and AMs are not to fight each other. It's an overall championship for everybody. That's what makes it so interesting.
Absolutely, and they're all identical machinery. There's no difference in the machinery, so it's just down to the drivers. You do tend to see the Pro-Ams heading to the front of the field just with that skill beat in that car. You can see as soon as Harry Senior goes in front, he is pulling them both clear of Justin Armstrong. He's got more speed in that car in the early part of this race weekend than Matt Armstrong has, and he is in that lead. Nevertheless, Matt Armstrong is still clinging on in there. You can see him, so just that little gap there, which means that he's not quite in that perfect toe. It'll give him full extra speed, but 9.5 minutes at the halfway point of this race then, and you can see Matt Armstrong's having to look in his rearview mirrors rather than out front. Cook is ahead of another driver, ahead of Tom Eden. Just got Craig Story now before he gets towards that lead battle. Yeah, he will be back there. It's just as soon as they battle, they're losing and costing themselves time. Side by side, Matt Armstrong down the inside of Drew is there. Not an easy move to make and not a common overtake manoeuvre, but he's made it stick this time. He knows he has to keep interfering with that super fast car. I was just watching Harry Senior through Britain that last time through. He is super accurate and quick through. He is now going to make that move up, I think, over the top of Senior. Oh, we got McCormack.
That's McCormack into gravel. That's turn number 1. Oh, both of them together. I wonder if they've had contact with each other.
Yeah, they were right next to each other on track, having that battle all the way through Druids as well. With
he knew he was going to be up against the family, and then it will be Craig Story who takes 4th place ahead of Harry Cook. There's your provisional results on screen, and while Harry Cook can fight his way all the way through, falling down to 12th place at the race start. He fought his way all the way back to 5th. Well done to him. Carl Jones took 6th place.